In this video, I want to show you all the different product research strategies that you can use right now during the lockdowns, the quarantines, and also in the next couple of months that you can combine to find the best possible winning product or product to sell on your e-commerce store. Let's find out. Hey, it's Rafael Cintron here, and in this video, I'm going to show you all the possible methods to find winning products that I personally use, how I track products, how I track winning stores to make sure that I see the products that they're recently launching so I can probably launch them myself, and all the strategies that you can use as a beginner, intermediate, or advanced e-commerce seller. But before we start, if you want to join a 5-day live training directly with me, teaching you absolutely everything that you need to know to make money with e-commerce, I'm doing that in a private Facebook group in June 1st. You want to click that first link down in the description, join that group. Everybody will be accepted in the group May 31st, the day before the event, and we'll be together for 5 days live teaching you absolutely everything. And if you want to have a chance at winning a list of 10 winning products that are reserved only for my private students, make sure to comment down below, automate. I'm going to pick a winner from this video, subscribe to that notification bell and that like button, and I'll pick a winner in the next 2 days. Okay, the first strategy that I use for finding products is called finding on a spy tool and then tracking. So what I do, for example, is you can use a tool like ecomhunt, Pexta, AliShark, whatever you like, whatever your preference is. I'm not going to tell you which one is the best one. I just want you to pick some products out here. So let's say the top one's on ecomhunt. This one is kind of an old one. Bacteria killing robot, that's okay. Vacuum food sealer. Let's say you want to sell this vacuum food sealer, or for example, this auto shooting phone holder. Let's go to this one actually. Let's see what this auto shooting phone holder has, and we'll go to the actual page. And then what I want to look for is not just specific things that ecomhunt tells me, but I want to look at the AliExpress supplier link. So I click on here on the link section, and I click on AliExpress, and I want to find the AliExpress link. And what I want to do with that particular supplier link or that supplier page is track the orders on a daily basis. So what I do is I bookmark this particular product, and I do like bookmark products or bookmark winning products, whatever it is. And then I use this tool called Pexgle, P-E-X-G-L-E. I'm going to leave the link down in the description, Pexgle. And I want to look at the daily orders chart over a couple of 7 days or even 9-10 days because I'm tracking this product. So what I do for a lot of the products that I search for on Spy Tools, or somebody recommends it to me, my dropshipping agent recommends it to me, is I look at the daily order volume. So here, it's consistently at 1, then 2, then it drops back down to 0, then 3, and it drops back down. So you have that little, even though it's really low orders, it's less than 5 orders a day, which I don't recommend choosing a product that has that little orders. It's also very inconsistent. So one day it gets sales, one day no, one day it gets sales, one day no. So this is not a product that I would test personally right now. I would wait a couple of days, I would track it, and if I see that this is going up again, so if it goes from 1 to 5, and then from 5 it goes to 15, and 15 it goes to 40, whatever it is, then I would start testing it because that gives me an indication that the product is going to do better. So you never want to catch products in the beginning of the trend. You never want to catch a product when nobody's selling it, because that could be an indication that it's probably not a good product from the beginning to sell anyway. It's probably burned from a couple of years ago. Where you want to sell it is the beginning of that push up of that trend. So I'm going to show you a couple other products that I had here analyzing. So I have this ultrasonic flea and tick repeller. I wanted to check it out a couple of days ago, and I wanted to sell it. I found it on a spy tool, and what I did was track it. So what happened was I found it when it was, and this is why it's so important. So I'm going to just click on here out and then go back to Pexgle. This is why it's so important to track products, why this bookmarking method and this tracking method works so well, because I found it when it had about 80 orders a day. It was getting about 180 orders a day, then it dropped back down to 70, and I was like, okay, it's dropping a little bit. Let me wait another day before I test it. It dropped down to 6, and when I saw that massive drop down, I was like, I probably shouldn't test this product. I waited another day, still dropped down to 4, kept dropping 8, 6, 3, and now it's at 5. So that's why it's so important to just, if you find a product or a product suggestion, you wait at least 2 to 3 days to track the trend of the sales per day. So in this one, for example, this product just died down. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about, is that products can be really good one day, and then a week later it can go down. So you always have to track this particular thing. If it's consistent, let's say from 70 it went to 50, from 50 it went to 60. So that's a consistent volume that you want to look for. Another one right here that I wanted to sell is this little patch treatment for your acne or for little blimps on your face. So let's look at Pexgle again. And this one in particular, I found it around 95.63 per day. So I found it around this range around May 6th, and it was doing really well, about 100 a day. And then it jumped back up to 171, 163. Great indications, dropped down to 90 something, 80 something, but it's still quite a good range that I can sell it. I would try advertising this product just to see how it goes, because the trend tells me that it's going to keep selling, or at least it's going to be consistent. Another one for an example, which is something that you might think of selling, because I saw this on a lot of spy tools. There's a little spiral tool that goes in your garden, and let's look at the order volume per day. So I found it around when it dropped from 48 to 11, and I saw that massive drop, and I thought, wait, let's wait a couple of days, let's see how it does. 17, okay, good indication. Let me wait one more day. Okay, 9, 1, 3, 9. If it doesn't come up from that 9 to around 20 or 30, I'm not going to test this product. So that is how you analyze these daily order charts, and how I analyze them, how nobody really teaches you how to analyze these charts, because it's all about waiting. You need to wait a day and wait 2 days and wait 3 days, but this is much better than catching the falling. It's basically like catching a falling knife, where you're catching a falling trend and you're just meant to lose money on that product. Another way that I do it is by using quite expensive spy tools. If you are just a beginner, just starting out, I don't recommend these tools. The first one is Adplexity. The second one is AdSpy. You probably heard of both. Adplexity is $200 a month, but with a special discount from me, you can get it for $150. If you are just a pure beginner, you have no money, you're just testing it out, I would not recommend getting such expensive monthly payments. But if you are pretty advanced, intermediate, definitely one of the best tools that I've gotten out there. What you can do with this tool, for example, is do promote it within. So it basically tells you all the products that have been sold or promoted over the last whatever that time period is. So I like to look at 14 days. Product strength is just something that they do where the product is strong, that it can do really well, or the product is not strong, that it can't do really well. So it's just basically just a subjective thing from their tool, but I like it. The category with Facebook ad copy, you can put yes. Fulfilled by, and this was really cool, you can fulfill by Amazon, Custom Cat, Printify, Printful, S-Pocket, VC Fulfillment, and all these different companies. They do have a lot of print-on-demand products as well. I just click all, and there's a store. You can check the store name and the category as well. So let's say I'm just scrolling through, and I want to find a product, let's say foot peeling masks. Let's see how that looks. So I want to look at a product, and I want to do the exact same thing that I talked about doing with ecommerce, is tracking. I want to see the track per day. So for example, in this one, this is a good indicator from Adplexity. It tells you the product strength. So how much it sells on a trend basis. So let's look at 1 month. And what I want to do is look at the past month or the past week even, how that trend has gone. So it's kind of like looking at a stock market trend where you're trying to invest some money. Here in a month, it went up from 24 to 1,000. So the product was really good. Apparently, maybe some of their ad accounts or some person that was selling the store got banned, or they stopped selling it, so that it went back down to. So this is why it's so important to study this trend. So it went up, it got a lot of sales. Maybe you thought about selling it back then. It went down, 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 now, and down. It just died. So I wouldn't sell this particular product now because it has died down. So that's why I really like this tool, because of the product trend, and I love studying trends. So that's where we want to find another one. This vegetable leaf peeler, I've seen it in a couple of spy tools. Product strength, that's really good. So it went down from basically very, very little, or yeah, it was very little in about 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago it was very little. It went up to 200, stabilized at around 100, then 200. Now it's stabilizing here. So this would be a product that I would consider. So now what I would do is I would take vegetable leaf stripper, and I want to go to AliExpress and look for a vegetable leaf stripper, the product, and I want to analyze the trend over there as well. So what you want to do is either do the best match, which is the product that most likely resembles the keyword that you put in, or you can do orders, which is the product that has sold the most. I like doing orders because then I can find the product that's most likely to show me the real trend that's happening. So let's look at Pexla right here. And the trend looks like it's 15, 7, 17, 8, and it looks like it's pushing up, right? So it's doing 11, 11, 14. So what I want to do is I want to wait either 1 or 2 more days to see where that trend pushes, if it's going to die down or it's going to come up, and then I can consider it a winning product per se, because the trend is pushing up, and then I can start selling it for myself. Another very important thing to note is that a product that's selling during this quarantine, during this lockdown, doesn't really have to be about the pandemic. It doesn't have to be about face masks or coronavirus test kits or anything like that. It doesn't have to be about work at home, staying at home, home anything. It doesn't always have to be about fitness at home. So those are great niches that sell a lot, but your product doesn't have to be a niche that's directly affected by the pandemic. For example, there's a company called Moon X Cosmetics, which made an absolute crushing amount of money. They made like $1 million in a few minutes, or $1 million in just one day. And now they're making consistently 100 to 200 grand a month. And they did it last month during the lockdown, during the quarantine. So they're selling cosmetics, and they're like vegan formulated cosmetics here for your skin and for your body. So even a brand that you wouldn't think of that's selling a lot during the pandemic, during the coronavirus, still sells, because the product has to be a valuable product. The product has to be a product that people are willing to invest their money, their hard-earned money, and the money that they really don't have as much now, because a lot of people are unemployed, because a lot of people are at home, they're not working. So your product needs to show value. Even if it's a work at home, stay at home, fitness at home, whatever, if it doesn't show enough value, the person will not buy it. So this particular store is making 100, 200K a month, and they started just a month ago, honestly. So they're absolutely crushing it. And this brand started just a month ago. So even if you start now during the lockdown, during the quarantine, and your product is not related to those niches, if it shows enough value, people are going to buy it. Another strategy that I like to use is I like to spy or track stores that are doing really well. So for example, gadgetcap.com does extremely well, make about $1.2 to $2.5 million per month. And when you use a tool like Salesforce, you don't need to use Salesforce. Just a disclaimer, it's just a recommendation, not an active promotion of the tool. If you want, you can go ahead and click Track Store. What this will do is it will tell you the new products that they launch, or the products that they're just adding to the store. And I like to go to recently uploaded products here on the bottom for every single store that I'm spying on or I'm trying to track, because I want to see what new products they're launching. I want to see what new products they're promoting, and I want to see what new products they're pushing to the market that I can potentially take and launch them myself as well and catch that beginning of the trend. You're assuming that the product is going to do well just because a really big store is selling that product. So it's not the best way to do it, but I like to do it because I'm experienced enough to tell when a store that's doing really well just launch a product. That probably means that that product is going to have a lot of potential. Same thing you do with a store like Inspire Uplift, which you can see the new products that they're launching. If they're launching a new product and a store is making $2 to $3 million a month, that product probably has a lot of potential. They're going to start pushing it a lot. Same thing applies that I was going to talk about. The last method is following newsletters from these stores. So what I like to do is, let's say you find a great store on Facebook ads, or somebody targets you, or Google ads, whatever it is. You want to find the newsletter. If you see any pop-ups, put in your email. If you see a newsletter, let's say you can find here, enter your email address. What I want to do is I want to put in my email address down there so that they send me all the different promotions, sales, product launches. And then in those emails, you'll actually find a lot of really good suggestions for new products to launch, because they typically send it to their email list first, and then they launch it on Facebook ads if the email list actually buys the product. So that's a really good hack. Just follow a bunch of different stores, a bunch of different companies, and the products that they tell you on their email, on their newsletter, that is one that's likely going to be a big one because they're testing it in their email. And that's just the way to track all of these stores. I do it a lot, and I put my email pretty much everywhere so that I can see all of these different newsletters. Go ahead and find your next winning product with these strategies. If you want to join me live for 5 days, for 1 hour a day in a private group setting, make sure to click that first link down in the description and sign up for our 5-day ecom training group. If you want to work with me and my team and want to mentor with me and my team directly, and you want to have a mentor helping you grow your business to the next level, make sure to click that second link down below in the description and apply for a free one-on-one strategy call. With either me or somebody in my team will help you throughout the steps to work with me. And now that you know how to find these products, once you find the product, how do you actually ship it very quickly to your customers? What's the best way to find a dropshipping agent and dropshipping suppliers? Make sure to check the video right there. That video right there, how to find a fast dropshipping agent, dropshipping supplier. It's going to explain all my tactics, all my strategies. Make sure to click it right there. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, that like button, comment, automate down below, and I will see you on the next video.